Hang on a second, folks. You can imagine trying to run all of this by myself, but I do have a little help because Amanda brought Miss Maria with her, and she's going to help out and run the control board so you guys get to see every angle. So it is a bit different today, as I'm sure you can see. Let me make sure chat's running good. All right. All right. So, man, we're live in a big way. I've got cameras everywhere. So something's going to fail, as you know. It has to. And let me first check, make sure you guys can hear me.
Sound check, test.
Everybody hear me in the chat? Waiting. I know we're live. I know we are live.
We hear you. Sounds good.
There we go. All right. Thanks, guys. All right. So
thank you.
I've got lovely Amanda here today. I promised you guys a photo shoot. Let's move up here, Amanda.
Okay.
So I've got cameras, cables, transmitters, you name it. I've got it running everywhere. So we're going to give you all the angles we can so everybody gets a chance to see a photo shoot. And it ought to be fun because it is live and I'm trying something completely different. Maria, can you go to 3? All right, so what you're seeing now, we'll back up. You're seeing directly through the Z9, which is set up. I've got the video transmitter hooked up. So you see exactly what I will see through the camera. So that angle you'll have today. And of course, we'll go to Z6. So everybody can see the lovely Maria who's running the control board for me here.
Woohoo!
Since I'm typically a one-man show.
It's a lot to do.
It is. So back to 1. And this is the wide angle so you see the studio as we'll be shooting. All right, so Amanda, I don't know if you guys can hear. I only have the one mic hooked up, but tell them who you are.
Hi, I'm Amanda Paschuco. I am from Hartford, Connecticut. Oh, where are we? Sorry. Moving cameras. Don't know what I'm looking at. So we are going to show you what we've been practicing, I would say, for years now, close to 4 years of practicing what we call thumbnails or things for my website, blog pages, just a flat white background.
Yeah. So for her website, she just needs flat lighting. Obviously, it's a little more, it tends to hide flaws, okay? And for the site, that's all she needs. She only needs from the waist up typically. I'm not lighting with all the lights today to light the background. You'll see here in a minute. I can switch real quick. If you let me do this real quick. So I'm shooting in Capture One Pro, and I'll be able to show you the photos as they're not as they're taken, but we'll be able to switch back to the photos and give you an opportunity to see what we're actually doing. You'll notice in the photo, the background is not absolute perfect white. It is around Amanda when she's doing her poses for her thumbnails, but her editor will take her photos and she pulls them from the background to use in her website. So I don't need a completely white background on all corners, just around Amanda. That gives her editor enough room to pull the photos and use on her website. So that's the reason we're lighting the way we are today. Otherwise, if I was, later, you'll see, we'll be playing with some creative lighting. And I want you guys to participate. I want you to ask questions if you want to know what's going on. I know there are going to be a lot of questions about the equipment we're using and everything else. I'll try to cover that as we go along. Miss Maria is going to watch the chat. And if you have a question, just post it, and I'll do my best to address it as we're shooting. Our thumbnails shouldn't take any more than about 15, 20 minutes. We've got this down to a science.
We have it down to a science, and I would say that the first 10 minutes are often, I think, rocky. Being in front of the camera, finding like the vibe between us, and then it goes real smooth, I think. Right? That's about our timing.
So who all do we have in here? Let me jump over here real quick. Let's see. Chad, good to see you. Mosman. And Daniela. Oh, okay. How you doing, Daniela? And Ray Powell. Okay.
Maria's a great reader.
Yes, she is. Yes, she is. All right. So we got 9 folks in here right now. Make sure you guys drop comments and questions, and we'll answer as many as we can. So, all right. So you ready to get rocking?
Yeah. If you like this video, hit the thumbs up, subscribe, and the bell to catch more of his channel Wednesdays.
Yes, Wednesdays 12 noon Eastern time. And then Saturday night, I do another live stream. For those that don't know, most of you in here do know, but Saturday night at 9 p.m. Eastern. And from time to time, we have guests. We may have Vahagan drop in today, and maybe even Frames. He said he might drop in. So we might have some guests in here to talk about what's going on. But again, this is for you guys. And this is the first one, man. Talking about worried.
So if anything goes wrong, it's
my
supposed
fault.
To. It's supposed to. It always does at first. Like, right? It always does.
Yeah, always.
And it's okay. We still get the result we need.
Absolutely.
Always,
Absolutely. All right. So, well, I do want to make one comment about the like and subscribe. I know some people say they're not getting notifications when I'm going live or doing something. Most likely is you did not click the bell for all notifications. So YouTube has just talked about having a problem with getting notifications for everybody out. But if you don't check the all on the bell, then there's just a chance you're going to get the notification late or whatever. Just throwing that out there for those that had sent me comments saying that they didn't get notified of a certain live stream or something. So with that said, if you guys are ready to get started, we're going to get the thumbnails out of the way, and then I want your participation when we go into more creative photos. So anything before we get started?
Daniela, if you're in there, feel free to throw any ideas of the thumbnails. That is my editor.
Oh,
okay. He's going to be pulling me off of the background.
Perfect. And Daniela, I hope that we make it easier for you. So, you know, we've kind of, again, tweaked this over the years for you specifically. Straighten my monitor up. It's driving me crazy. All right. That said, are you ready?
Yeah. They can't see the monitor, though.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. All right. So we're shooting the Z9 today. Let's go to 3. You see exactly what I see, either through the EVF or on the back screen. This is what I have ready to go. So you ready to go, Amanda?
I hope so.
All right. So, by the way, we are shooting with the 24-70E, and I have the FTZ in line. So let me change my display. There we go. All right. So you can see all the settings. So we're in AFC, wide.
They can see that?
Yeah. So this is exactly what I see on the back of the camera right now. Shooting at 160 f8 and ISO 100. Why ISO 100, not 64? Because I need that background to stay white. And at this ISO, I can keep the background close to pure white. All right, shooting with the 8400 Pro, 8600 with Cheetah brand soft boxes. The 42-inch soup bowl is the key, and the 32-inch soup bowl is just providing a little fill on Amanda's right as you look at the photo. You ready to go?
Oh.
All right, so here we go. It's on you. So as she's posing, you guys are looking at this and saying, well, I don't understand. Well, again, when you see the, different websites, there's always somebody in the corner or the whatever, whoever it is. Man, eye autofocus makes this so much easier. I got to tell you, this is fun. Where before it was all recompose, focus, recompose. I will tell you this, I can tell that the E lens here on the FTZ is not quite as fast as the native S glass, but it's working. We're going to find out how good it's working here in a minute because we're going to go through and look at the photos. So you'll get to see what just came out of the camera.
Can we check questions?
Huh?
Can we check questions? Any questions from Danny or comments?
Comments from Danny. You always do an amazing work. Makes mine way easier. Thank you.
Wow.
Oh,
thank you very much.
That's our goal. We never even checked in until just now.
Yeah. We were always shooting in the dark and hoping that whatever we had was what she was looking for. So, yeah. All right. So let's stop for a second. Let's see what we've got. Let's go to, let me leave that on. Let me go to Z6 for a minute. All right. All right. So here's capture one, and you're going to see what we shot. Guys, this is the first time doing it, so
bear with us.
We're breaking new ground here. So, all right, give me a second. Let me pull it up on. Here we go. Well,
Do you need to sit?
there we go. All right. All right. So let's see if the E lens is keeping up. Yep. That.
How do you know? Wait. So there.
Yeah, they can see it as we look at these.
Really?
Yep.
Weird.
Looks good. Let's pull up one of these.
Danny said the pictures are great.
Thanks, Danny. So encouraging.
So you can see the lens is doing a pretty good job. I'm shooting with the 24-70E only because I don't have a portrait lens yet. But
what?
no, I don't have one. I'm waiting for the 85 1.2 to come out. And it always makes this so much easier when you have a beautiful model.
Of course. Of course.
All right. All right, guys. We will continue shooting here and get some more of these thumbnails for Miss Amanda. So what do you think so far? Are you guys enjoying this? Is this something we want to continue to do? Hey, Ted, good to see you. Woody. Woody's YouTube's lagging more than Facebook. Wow, okay.
What does that mean?
Enough stray hairs to annoy an editor. Yeah, I know what you mean, Roy, but for what we're doing, and I don't have a makeup artist, hair and makeup artist. I don't have, man, this is a one-man show.
Can I just say, it took me 75 minutes to put the makeup on. It took 45 minutes to do this hair that's frizzy. It still took effort. Yeah. It takes a lot to get your stray hairs.
So let's continue this for a minute.
I think I'm going to do maybe some potentially holding the phone.
Okay. All right, guys, we'll just watch capture one, capture these. You're seeing it straight out of the camera.
Ooh, question.
Go ahead.
You're still on this screen.
Yep.
So what camera am I looking at? I mean, what camera Camera 1, camera 3.
Oh, remember, go to the bottom, hover at the bottom, and pull up. Yeah, keep going to the bottom. There you go. There you go. So we're going to stay here for a second.
Oh, okay.
All right, guys, I'm just going to let you watch Capture 1, capture the photos for a minute. Then we'll go back to the Z9 so you can see again through the viewfinder.
Where are my eyeballs at? Are they like centered? They're too left, too
No,
right?
you're good. That looks good right there. This gives us
pictures, Chuck.
I appreciate that. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, it locked onto your phone. Now it's back to your eye. No, you don't have to do anything. I'm just so everybody knows. Hang on a second. All right. All right, let's go to 3. Oh. All right, so the photos have caught up. Capture 1's caught up. All right, T-Mid, see you in there, buddy. Oh, it should have. All right, now you know how to go back to. Hey, we're all learning here. All right, so we're back on the Z9. Now you get to watch. So this is with the FTZ and the 24 to 70E. It's doing a pretty good job, actually. All right, there we go. These always look so strange until I see them on your website. And then it's like, oh, that makes sense.
Roy has a question. Any reason you are in a landscape and not portrait mode?
Yes, because I need the width for her to move her hands, and you can see she's pointing and things like that. So these are again
It's for me.
Yeah, it's for a website, and
or it's for my YouTube channel thumbnails. So later,
yeah, that's what I meant.
Later,
actually,
I could drop the link in so you can see what it looks like against. Like these silly photos are going to have words written in them for the thumbnail of my YouTube video that comes out weekly. So if you can hear me, just like thumbs up or something.
So now let's see what it does. I want to see what the camera does. Whose eye is it locking on right now?
Oh, we'll find out. We'll ask the audience since no one's looking in the camera.
And we're just catching up here.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. I don't know. I can't see
Maria,
that far.
does it show you?
Yes.
Whose eyes are locked on?
Danny says Amanda's eyes. And she is correct.
Okay. All right. Good.
And she is correct. Okay.
All right. So yeah, again, just learning or just put this together. I'm surprised it's all working. We'll see how long it continues, but we'll take some more thumbnails.
Do you need any more, Danny? Are we good? I like never know.
Yeah, that's great. We got Danny in here to say,
yeah, that's
hey.
what I'm saying, like cut or what? That's the thing. We often are just talking about you metaphorically, Daniela.
Yeah, Danny, is there any poses that she needs? This is your opportunity. So we're all watching the comments patiently. We'll shoot for a second while she's doing it.
Like, it's usually this this one out. This one, yeah, something like. Wait.
Ray is saying shadow on the back screen.
Yeah, you can see that, but you can't see it in the photo. You're absolutely right, Ray. You're seeing it through the camera, but when you see the photo, it's gone because the light's overriding or overpowering the shadow. So again, let's walk back here real quick. You guys can hear me. Let's go to 1.
Here's the setup.
Oh, I still have it on. No. Okay. All right. So back here, man, to move for a second so they can see the background. So back here for these thumbnails, all I need is for this to be almost blown out because this is the area where she's going to appear on the background. And it just makes it easier for Danny to separate her from the background when she's putting these together for the YouTube channel. I was incorrect, not the website, but the YouTube channel. And I'm not concerned with the corners. You're going to see a little shadow down here in the corner. It's not really a shadow. What you're seeing is I have a wood floor in here, which, well, you can see. And the light is picking up the orange out of the wood, and it's casting that color on the corners of the backdrop. Typically, or what I used to do with her is I would set up a 72-inch umbrella, or an 86-inch umbrella, and blast light towards the backdrop and her, very flat lighting, but I would have 2 lights on the backdrop to illuminate it. And I've learned now, because Danny pulls her off of the photo, to I don't have to get the background evenly lit, okay? So that's the reason we're doing that. If it looks unprofessional or whatever, these photos that we've just taken are not going to be just pulled over and put onto her YouTube site. Yeah. So once we get ready to go into some more creative lighting, then I have to be concerned with the spread of light, making sure that I've illuminated the background the way I want it, depending on what we're actually going to shoot, what kind of photos we're going to shoot, and things like that. So I'm looking for not just shadows, because I'm going to do some dramatic portraits. I'm looking for light leaks or things like that where I may have a hot spot. It's not really a hot spot, but a light area that I don't want in the photo. So anyway, that's the reason for the landscape and for the backdrop being lit the way it is. And this is a white backdrop, as you can see. I have 2 other backdrops. I have a dark gray backdrop, which is my favorite, and a cocoa backdrop, which is really unique. And we might get to that today, I hope.
We'll find out.
But we're definitely going to use the dark gray. And I'm also going to try to demonstrate the color. When you want color on the backdrop, you definitely want a darker backdrop. And you can use a white backdrop to add color on the background, but it's more pastel. It's a little more difficult to see. It takes a lot of power from your strobe lights, whereas with the dark background, you're going to get very saturated color. It's less power. You don't have to worry about cranking your strobes up to full power. So anyway, just thought I'd throw that in there so you guys have an idea of what's going on. If you have any questions as we're going, man, and you want to see the photos, hey, take a break. Tell me, take a break. Let's see the photos. We'll do that as well. We'll definitely be doing that when we go into the more creative, dramatic portraits. So hope that answers some of the questions, or you kind of understand what the game plan is. And
any more questions, Maria, after the shadow question?
No.
Excellent.
All right. Good deal.
I think we're probably almost done here.
All right.
To flip it to the next. I'm just thinking maybe we do like one more little round.
Okay.
I'm just really, what else do I need?
No, go ahead. Let me see the comments here. the 8200 showing on some of the shots. Yeah, let me go back. And that's okay too, because I'm probably cropping these above the height of the 8200. Honestly, I was just too lazy to set the big strobes up. I've got two D1500 Pro Photos. They're behind the backdrops that I usually use with strip boxes to light the background.
It's a lot of work to set it up.
Yeah. And the amount of time we have, even though, you know, I know we've got 2 hours or more, however long you guys want to hang in here, but it still takes a lot of time to move the backdrop or change the backdrops, pull the lights out from behind there, set them up. I'm just making excuses. But I definitely wanted to get these done for Amanda today.
All right. Yeah, let's just do one more and then we'll
All right.
flip it around.
All right. So I'll leave it right here for just a minute and then we'll go to, oh, you're seeing the 8200 in the live view through. Let's go back to 3. All right. I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good because we're cropping just beneath her left arm there. All right, you ready, Amanda?
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm gonna stick with this 24-70 as long as it's working for us. Although I could use the 24-70S because I'm shooting at f8 anyway, as you guys can see.
Pretend you unboxed a Z9. Emotions to share, to show, scared, angry, curious.
In the Z9, I don't think I'd be angry.
Can you guys hear the thing? That's the difference between the S lens and the, man. So when they say nearly silent on the S lenses, that's absolutely true because this F mount lens, oh, that's interesting. Let's just see what happens there. All right.
All right.
Well, it's not bad. It's definitely tracking. And the blink you see when I'm actually shooting is I have that set so that I know I'm actually shooting. If for some reason switch it to silent shooting. All right.
So should we change? Do you want Maria to move out so you can?
Yeah, let me sit down for a minute, Maria.
Sure.
Yeah, you want to change? And
Sure. Which one?
do you want a different color for your thumbnails as well?
No, I'm good.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna do brown probably next, right?
All right, folks. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying it. Definitely well, I'm surprised that everything's working. I got to be honest with you. So I was sweating bullets last night. I didn't even get the lights set up until this morning because I was more concerned with all the cables, wires, and everything else and hoping that it's going to hang in here. I know that this camera angle, this camera is going to go dead at some point, I think, because I don't have external power for it. Everything else I have external power in some form or fashion, except for that camera. And that's the Z6 II, by the way, and it has the 24-70S on it. So, all right, let's go back here and let's turn on our view of, there you go, Capture One Pro. All right, so let me turn this where I can actually see it. All right, so now we're going to go back here and see how many of these. Let's just do this. Let's move in close. Let's see how many are in focus. I don't know if you could hear it or not, but man, oh man, that lens is definitely rattling to maintain that eye autofocus. Okay, I don't know. Did we catch it? Yeah, we did. So we'll just go and check and see how many. Yeah, I think that's pretty evident. Now, back when she had her hand up near her eye, but let's see this. Oh, yeah. All right. Yeah, I'd say it's sharp. Okay. And these looks, I know they look funny here. I thought that the first time I was actually doing this for her, but then I saw her YouTube channel, and Danny, you do an amazing job of making the cards for her channel, by the way. Well, I got to tell you guys, I'm really impressed even with the FTZ adapter and the 24 to 70E. I haven't found one yet that's not in focus. Now, obviously, they'll cull these for the ones that they want, but this is just covering the gambit of what they might possibly be able to use. It's pretty simple now. We've got this down to a science. We can knock it out in just a few minutes. And yes, the backdrop is a bit hot because you can see here the frizzies. You can see the light bleeding through her hair. Here you go. Now this one, it still got the eye. All right. All right, I think we've seen enough. You guys understand what she's doing here. So I was talking about, and can you see? Yeah, you can. You guys can probably see it. See the color up here, the RGB? Everything at 255 is pure white. And that's, of course, what I want. Again, it makes it easier for Danny to cut these out, but you see how it falls off to the edge, and then down here, this is the orange that's it's picking up the wood floor. But around her, it's close enough to pure white that we don't have to worry about it. Typically, I would light it so that the entire background is white.
Someone asked no hair light on the Facebook, not on YouTube.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. So whoever it was on Facebook, you're absolutely right. Not concerned with it for these. Again, this is just for a YouTube channel, a reminder for what's up and coming. And you can imagine if you look at it, she's holding whatever, a phrase or word or, something. All right. All right. So we will close that for now. Any questions on any of these you guys want to know? Let's see. A name for this particular lighting setup. It's just, well, let's see. Let's go to, let me close it and I'll show you, Chad. I know you guys could see it before, but all right, let's go back here. Got a lot of buttons to push. All right. So here's camera one. You can see the smaller softbox here. It's got a grid on it, and hence it being closer because you lose almost a stop of light with a grid. The softbox to the right as you're looking at the page here, or the camera angle, That is a 42 inch, and I took the grid off of it because I needed it out of the way of the camera and still be able to light her. So it's really just flat lighting. So I'm kind of cross lighting a little bit with the smaller softbox, and that's just picking up the side that would be in slight shadow because I can't get the softbox directly on axis with the camera and her. So if I had my 86-inch umbrella, it wouldn't be a problem because I just stand right in front of it, and there's so much light it just wraps around me, and you don't even see a shadow on the subject. Very flat lighting again. Women love it, by the way. But there's just not much drama to it. Could I put a hair light on her? Yeah, I could have. But considering what she's using it for, I didn't. Now, when we get into the creative side here in a minute, and I'm going to change the backdrop and everything else, then I want you guys. Oh, you said there's that 8200. Yeah, you're right. So I'm definitely out of luck on that one, Roy. No doubt about it. I'm glad you brought that up, or you caught that. But this may be a case of that. Let me go back here real quick. And not making any excuses, but I got 18 million things going on with this. And yeah, I'm going to be limited in what the application for this one, no doubt about it. But I'm sure Danny will definitely make sure that, or she may be able to just crop that out. I think it'll be an easy crop actually. So, and I would do that before, but now Miss Danielle does it, and I'm very thankful for that. All right. Night Can, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Yeah, easier edit out the 8200 than all those stray hairs. Yeah, and we're not worried about the hairs because the size of the thumbnail in the on the YouTube. Shoot, what was I going to say? YouTube. What are they? Reminders or whatever for the videos that are coming out. It's small enough that you really can't see it, Roy. Or Ray. Yeah, Roy, you asked that. Sorry, I got 85 things going on in my head right now because I'm so worried something's going to drop on me here. But this has definitely been fun, at least figuring it out. Is this the channel you're shooting for? I don't know which channel you're talking about, Ched, but no, she has her own YouTube channel. She's a oh, okay. Well, she says she dropped it, so I guess that's what you're talking about, Ched. So yeah, I guess I can say yes. All right. All right, so for those that don't play with light, we were talking about this before, and I just want to make sure you guys understand that the only way to learn lighting is to play with it. You can watch all the videos in the world, and that kind of gets you in the, it's a great start point. But real lighting is when you're just experimenting and you're throwing out your own ideas with the lights and trying to, create something different. Okay. It's really easy to shoot, and we'll do this maybe in another session. Now that I know that I can, get this up and running. If you guys want to see it again, we'll do it again, somewhere here in the near future, and talk about Rembrandt lighting, clamshell lighting, bookend lighting, butterfly lighting, and all those. These are all the typical lighting setups for portraits and things like that. But I always like to go a bit further. I want to really do something really dramatic. It's to my taste. It doesn't appeal to everybody, but we'll go through those, and it's really not that difficult once you get started with lighting. So don't be afraid of it. Even if you start with a speed light, you can do a lot of things with a speed light. There, you can bounce it. And I did say I was going to do that. So maybe in the next time we do this, I'll throw that in there. A speed light's pretty simple, and it dramatically changes your photos. Okay, everybody says people that are, I think, that are afraid of lighting say they are a natural light shooter, and of course it's easy to shoot natural light, but you don't always get the result that you want. So even using natural light in conjunction with flash can dramatically change your photos, your portraits. So, can she see the monitor when we're shooting? Yes, because I just turn it around and swivel it around, and she can actually see it. So what do you guys think of the view through the camera? I got to tell you, I'm really happy this is working out. So I can't lie to you. What you see is what I'm shooting, all the settings in the camera, which is pretty cool, I think. I'll tell you again, though, that the F-mount lens, the 24-70E, man, it is rattling like there's no tomorrow trying to rack focus and keep up with the eye autofocus in the Z9. It's working, as you can see, but you can definitely hear it. It's not a lens that you wouldn't want to record with an onboard mic, because you're definitely going to hear that lens racking focus. What else we got? Oh, I'm actually using my Rode, as you can see, my Rode mic today, Rode Go, because I knew I was going to be running around in the studio here, and I hope it's not too bad. I hope the audio's halfway decent. All right, so what do you guys want to see next? Because now it's time to get a little bit dramatic or a little bit creative. Is there anything you guys want to see? Lighting settings, okay. I have, as I said earlier, I have the AD400 Pro. And that's the key light. Let's see, let me go back here. See, I told you, here it comes. This is the first. Let me go back here, and I'll talk while I'm putting a new battery in the Z6 II. All right, and this is a chore on this tripod. All right, so what was I going to say? I have the 8400 Pro, and that's the key light, and that's with a 42-inch octabox. Well, there's one battery. That was fun. I'll get it later. Thanks, Marie. All right. So I'm trying to set this camera up, guys. Again, hey, man, nothing like being live and trying to do something like this. I got to tell you. Let's see if we're back. Yeah, here we go. All right. So you see my cursor. This is the 32-inch, and to the right on screen here, that's the 42-inch. This is the 8400 Pro, and this is the 600. It's not the 600 Pro. And this has a grid, hence it being closer to the subject, because you're losing about a stop of light with a grid. And it's only to pick up the shadow on the right side of the model. And the reason for that is I don't have the 86-inch umbrella, which I typically put behind me, right behind the camera. And it doesn't affect the lighting at all, me standing in front of it. And that gives me very flat lighting. But since I have to offset the 42-inch by about a foot and a half, you can actually see, without the additional light over here, you can actually see a slight shadow on her right side. And since these are thumbnails, I need it evenly lit across her face or whatever, so that she can use them for her YouTube page. So that's the lighting setup right now. The 8200 is just to light a spot on the background large enough to encompass her and keep it either almost blown out, but as close to pure white as I can get it. And it just makes it easier to cut her out of the background that way. I'm not worried about lighting the background completely because they will be cropped, and yeah, it's not a big issue. If I were using the entire background and I had to have it pure white, then I would have the two D1 500s, the ProPhoto D1 500s out on either side with strip boxes, and I crisscross them so that, let me get back here. I actually crisscross the lights, shoot to the far side with one strip box and the far side with the other strip box, so that it get an even light across the white background that way. And it's tough to light backgrounds. You'll see, you can find tutorials or YouTube videos, people talking about lighting backgrounds. Some will say it's easy, and once you try it yourself, you'll think, well, it's not quite so easy to light that background evenly. But you can do it with practice. Now, I got a lot of lights employed in this, and this is not a cheap setup, I know. But you can do a lot with fewer lights, and you're just going to have to be more creative. Ched wants to... Yes, I do have a director chair, but not with my name on it. I actually do. I have two director chairs. And I did a photo shoot with Amanda in a director's chair. And I don't know. Let me hang on a second. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Pull that up real quick. And I really enjoyed that shoot. That was impromptu. I said, here, sit in the chair. We were doing some other photos for her. And I thought it came out real good, though. We had a good time shooting it. I know I've got it somewhere. Some. Give me just a second. Just a second. I don't know where I'll...
Here, like this.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for this. Like, what are we looking for?
Yeah,
These?
but yeah.
Different outfit.
Yes, ma'am. We did. Hang on.
The black dress, probably.
Yes.
I don't remember what year that was. 2019?
Hang on, folks. Hang on. I'm coming. I'll have it in a second. I hope. Well, maybe I won't. I said I would. Maybe I put it in. Hang on just a second. We'll look one more place and then we're going to give up on this. I'm so organized, can't you tell? I got one more folder to look in. Okay, let's see. I know it's got to be in here. And I don't see it. All right, guys, sorry about that. Oh, well. I'll have to show you next time. But yes, we use the director chair and creatively different lighting. So I think today what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some clamshell lighting, but we're going to experiment with it and try to make it even more dramatic. What else we got? What does a grid accomplish? How is it different from the softbox or diffuser? Okay, the softbox and the diffuser is just going to soften the light with a diffuser in it. Softboxes typically come with a silver pebble lining to, again, begin to diffuse the light, but it's a harder light. You put a diffuser in there, and it just helps scatter the light and make the light softer. The closer you get the light to the subject, the better it is, the softer it is. But there is a use for hard light and a use for soft light, and that's where the creativity really begins to show. Fashion often uses hard light, but it takes a little bit more to control the light when it's hard light. The grid limits the spread of the light. And let me turn here, I'll show you. Huh?
I just texted you the picture.
Okay.
These, right?
Yeah. So I don't know if you can see it or not, and you can't because. All right, Chad, see the little checkerboard in there? What that does is it prevents spread of the light. It narrows the angle of light that the softbox is emitting. So it's not throwing light all over. And by the way, you can light somebody with just the edge of a softbox, which we're going to do here in a minute. We'll take a couple of photos and show you how that works. And that's feathering the light. But when you're shooting, if you're shooting against a background and you want the background to stay dark or whatever, using a grid will help to prevent the light spill on your background. Okay, Hank, power settings right now. Let me see. Okay, so on the 8200, it's almost half power on the 8200 because it is a small light source, and just trying to overpower the background to keep it pure white. The key light the key light is at 1/8 power, I think. I already forgot. Now, the key light, which would be the softbox over here, well, over here, here somewhere, this one. This is the key light, and it's at 1/4 power, and the light over here, well, man, what? Yeah, right there. No. That light is at 1/4 power also, but remember, because it has a grid, I'm losing a stop. So it's effectively probably 1/8 power. Roy, if you get the 85 1.2, depth of field will be about 1 centimeter instead of about 45 centimeters. Yes, it will, Roy, but in the studio, I'm probably shooting at f8, f5.6 to f8. So not going to be an issue. I want the 1.2 for some other more creative stuff. We have somebody. Mr. Vahagan, how are you, sir?
Hey, good morning, everyone. Good afternoon. I'm enjoying this.
Your audio's not working.
It's not.
Nope. Can't hear your audio, brother.
How about now?
Yeah, there you go.
How about now?
Yep, now you're back to your professional sounding audio. Sounds great.
Hey, I'm enjoying this. Good morning. I'm just going to be watching you doing your thing here.
Yeah, I got way too many things going on. If I didn't have help from Miss Maria, who came with Amanda, I don't know what I'd do. So this is our first try at this, and it's hard to be creative and run all the technical stuff in the background because I'm in constant worry that something's going to go stray on me. Just like I knew I was going to have to change a battery in the uh, Z6 II because I don't have any way to power it externally right now. I'm using
Well,
all the external power for all the other cameras and things.
all right. Well, I'll just watch your show, and then when you're wrapping up, I'll come back on. I don't disrupt anything.
All right, man. Good to hear you. I'm sure
Rock and
everybody.
roll.
Uh,
All right. Well, I'll be watching.
all right, brother. Thanks for dropping by.
All right.
Okay, folks. So, follow the yellow brick road, Chad says. Would using a matte black carpet stop the floor light bounce? Absolutely, it would. Or I could just pull the backdrop out more and so that it's covering the wood floor and it would get rid of it as well. Now I'm a cheapie. I just, I can't afford to continue to buy paper backdrops. So I don't do that, or I haven't done that. Again, if it was really affecting something I was trying to do, I would do that. If I was shooting, especially a sitting or sitting on the floor or things like that, yeah, absolutely. I'm going to extend the backdrop all the way out on the floor, and I get a little sweep, meaning I get a little curve in the back. It's not just straight down and straight out. That will affect your photos too often because it's going to give you that shadow where the bend is. But if you drag your backdrop out at an angle to the floor, it's a lot easier to light that evenly. Mr. Vahagen again. So, all right. Now, enough babbling. If you guys have questions, continue to post them here in the chat because Maria's going to be watching and she'll just interrupt me. Maria, don't feel bad and say, hey, so-and-so wants to know why you can't do this. Sure. Frame Voyager, how you doing, brother? Good to see you in the chat. Hope you're doing well, enjoying your content. Is your live stream for the new camera still going over there? I couldn't figure that out the other day. I'm waiting for it to start, and stupid me, after watching it for 15 minutes, realized that, there really is nothing live coming up. It's still running. Okay. Yeah, I finally figured out what was going on, but it took me, like I said, about 10 minutes of watching to see you go live and realize, that's not what he's doing here. Okay, I'll have to check it out, see what you changed on it. So, yeah, man, I've got more cameras running right now and angles and things like that. It's just kind of taking away my creativity, man. I'm worrying too much about keeping everything going here, but we're having a good time. And this is a crash course in some lighting, and I can't answer, I can't do everything. I can't possibly demo everything, but we're going to try. Now that I know this works and, I guess everybody's enjoying it. I hope so. I hope I'm answering the questions, not giving too many excuses. Yes, Roy, they're on the 2-inch. Well, no, the paper rolls are not. They're on a hard cardboard roll, but I have a 2-inch bar that I run through the tube and, of course, hang up, which is another, something that I know everybody would be interested in. I use Flashpoint. They're auto poles, but Flashpoint calls it something else. I can't remember. It's in the description. So they're just like a jack almost between the floor and the ceiling, and put J hooks on each one of them and hang the crossbar up, and I can just take the crossbar down, add whatever color paper I want to the background. Right now I have 3 rolls up there. So I have 3 crossbars, and I'll show you that, maybe not today, but I'll show you how I have it configured. And you can put up 3 rolls of paper and have 3 ready to go, not use the chain system or whatever. James, how you doing? Busy day. Yeah, we'll be on for a little while. I mean, as long as everybody wants to hang in here. Amanda's she'll have to run here in about another hour, so I'm gonna have to get busy here and change the backdrop out so we can start playing with a few things. And let's see. If you try to do too many things, main points, we get lost in the forest. Yeah, absolutely, Chad. And I know that the audience isn't always going to be composed of those that don't know anything at all about lighting and those that know a lot about lighting. And it gets too far over people's heads sometimes when you try to go too far too fast. And of course, for those that know lighting real well, they're wanting to see more experimental lighting or classic lighting profiles and things like that. So hope you guys bear with me. Over time, we'll cover it all because I love playing with lights. 85 1.2 would really be a test for the Xenon autofocus. Yeah, we're definitely going to check that out, Roy, because I think that's a lens I'm going to get. And you're right. At 1.2 wide open, it may be a challenge. Let's see. Is there an advantage of paper over cloth? Well, yes and no. I'd love to have some custom backdrops, and there are some beautiful backdrops out there, but they cost a pretty penny. And Mosman already hit it there. Paper's cheaper, yes, and yeah, and it can be less apt to pick up reflection. You're absolutely right. So I definitely stick to paper. One is I can always cut the contaminated area off the roll, meaning if it gets cut, wrinkled, something like that, I can cut that off and just extend the roll. I'm only going to get to do that so many times before I hit the cardboard tube and it's gone. The problem with paper right now, though, is it costs so much to have it delivered. Like everything else that's gone up, inflation hit backdrop, seamless paper. I think it costs more for the delivery of a 9-foot roll than the actual paper itself. So I think the key there is moving into the future is I'm going to have to get the extremely long roll. I think it comes in up to 130 feet or something like that. Yeah, it's definitely big, but save on shipping. I might as well get a big roll, not have to buy it as often. Roy says, get a paintbrush out. Roy, you're stealing my thunder here, man. No, I'm just kidding. I had thought about, and I may do it yet today, is wet the paper in areas just to give it some texture for the photos, for a little more drama in the photos. I get down south, the new house, I'm going to have my own painted backdrops. I'm going to do it myself. I've seen that done too many times, and it's actually beautiful. If you guys don't know Peter Colson, check him out on YouTube. Peter Colson. The guy's just I don't know, he's a lighting whiz. And I mean, it's his style, though. He doesn't light everything differently. He has a style, and watch him work with his own backdrops that he's actually built and painted. And he has a psych, so that his studio is a warehouse, and he's just a lot of fun to watch, and it's just amazing. Thanks, Robert. I appreciate that, man. Yeah, you guys, if you don't mind, hit the like and. Again, back to the subscriptions. For those that aren't getting notified, if you really want to be notified, just make sure that you hit the bell icon and checked all. And you should get everything that I put up here on YouTube. Vinyl backdrops are expensive. They are washable, but there's an issue. You definitely have to throw the background out of focus because they all have a pebble finish. I have two. I have a black background and a white background, both vinyl. And I had all kinds of problems with it. You need some space in a studio to be able to get the subject away from that so that that will be thrown out of focus, because that pebble finish on it definitely shows up. And it can be a bit reflective. I'm spending more time here talking than I am actually doing what we want to do, I think. But I appreciate all the comments. Yeah, painted backdrops are the absolute best. They just cost, money. For good ones, it's going to cost some money. I will have one. I'm just not going to get it here and then ruin it trying to move from here to Tennessee. All right, guys. You guys ready to get back to work here and shoot some more stuff? You'll have to just kind of bear with me. I'll switch cameras and I got to change the background. So, all right. Feel free to continue to drop comments. And yeah, she always does that to me. Actually, a quick story. I was shooting her and a friend for something that they were putting together. And I couldn't get them off the phone long enough to actually shoot them. There you are. Yes, you're there. All right. So let me change the background and we'll start playing around here. All right. You want to watch it? You want some water or anything? There water. Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Don't need this right now. Let's move it out of the way for a minute. Let's see. Let's bring this up. Okay, so I don't know if you guys can see it. If there's but I have little C clamps, compression clamps, hanging on the bottom of the paper. And if you ever dealt with this stuff, you already know why. Having a little weight on the bottom of the paper definitely keeps it. It will unroll on you in a heartbeat. I also have, believe it or not, popsicle sticks stuck in the ends of the roll to provide some friction. Otherwise, when you let go of this, it will unroll on you and it's gone. All right, so let's go to the gray background first. Yeah, you can get the automated machine, roller holder or whatever, paper holder. But this is portable enough and it's easy to just pull it down off the roll like this. Let's get us a little bit of a sweep. When I say sweep, I just mean so that the paper is not perpendicular to the floor. It's got a little, and let's see. Junk. I think one of the live streams I'm going to do just walk around with the camera and you get to see all the junk I have collected and try to keep up with. Let's put the chair in here. All right.
Can light to white or unlight to black, or can get to any color?
I'm sorry. Let's see.
The gray backgrounds are the best.
Yes, and you're absolutely right. You can make this gray background any color you want with gels on lights. But we're not going to do that right away. I don't even know. Yeah. Okay. Here are my homemade V-flats. Do, 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 do. How many lights can we use in one shot? We will play around and figure out what. Oh yeah. Let's do this. Get this over here. Get this out of the way. All right. Give me just a second, folks. Be right back. Huh? Yes.
A stool will give better posture, Roy said. I guess my posture blows. Sorry, Roy. I'll sit up a little straighter.
Depends on what you want. Let me see. All right. This is why I love the camera stand right here. So this thing is fantastic.
It's amazing.
Because
Look
I just
at
set it up where I want it.
So much better than a tripod.
Wow, look at that light right here. Let's just see. It's going to go.
Camera, what camera? Do you want Maria to put it on?
I want, hang on a second. Just leave it right there, Maria. I want to turn the lights off for a minute. This is your start point always, because I don't want any of the ambient lights in this room to affect the photo. I want to totally take control of the lighting in the room. So the camera, I'll take a shot here, and it should be totally black, which it is. And I'll demonstrate that by showing you. All right, so total black. You can see all the light in the room. But now I have total control of the light. The only light that the camera will see is what I add now. So we know we're good to go. Get out of here. So total black screen.
What mood are we going for?
We're going to play here. Let me see. Figure out where I want. Well, you know what? We're just going to play with. Let's go to 3, Maria. All right, so you're back with camera view, and I'll do that again. I'm going to take another shot. Get this where I want it. So regardless of what's on the side, one more shot again without, so you see I'm checking black screen. We good? Yes, we are. All right, so let's turn the lights on. Now, what's the starting point for the lights? Well, if you're doing something creative, it's whatever you want. I could meter it, and I do have a meter. So I could meter it. Okay, here's one light. Let's just see what we get right here. This is at a quarter power on the 8600 Pro through the 32-inch octabox. Here you go. I'm going to switch to, you guys tell me, you want camera or do you want to see the results? I got a feeling you'd rather see the results as we shoot this. And you can see the camera to the right. All right, so there you go. That's with all the ambient light that's in this room, and I can see some light. I think that's spill from the softbox or the light off to the screen, right of the screen. Well, you know what? There's an example of Rembrandt lighting. You hear that all the time, people talking about Rembrandt lighting. So what you see here is an example of Rembrandt lighting. If you look at her left eye, you have to look at her left eye. See that triangle of light just under her left eye? And this is indicative of Rembrandt lighting. The nose shadows that side of the face and causes that little triangle. Yeah, well, we just went with the settings that we had. And like I said, if you're doing something creative, then start with what you have and then start adjusting and playing. So let's do this. No, I don't want to do that. Let's set this, let's move this. So
Do you want a different camera?
No.
No.
I'm just trying to get this out of the way. This is one of the problems of having a small studio. You're limited. See if I can get this out of the way enough.
Oh, the studio's coming down.
Studio's crashing. Help, 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 help. All right. Let's change things up. Now, I'm not going to be able to get this. Yeah, I can. Again, folks, one of the problems with having a small studio. Let's see. Can I do that? No, I'm going to have to change it.
Going well for a small studio.
Thank you.
All right, all right. All right, so let's talk about feathering the light. We'll see what we get with feathering. Then, no, you're fine. I'm just going to move it here. Now we're going to feather the light. Okay, rather than point the softbox directly at her, you can see, I guess in that little bitty block, you can see, yeah, that, let's go to one real quick.
Oops. Oh, there you go.
Now I'm going to have to close this, so we'll bring capture one back up here in a minute. All right. So instead of pointing the softbox, the light directly at Amanda, we're going to feather it. So just, it's shooting across her, but there's enough spill on this light that it's going to affect her too. So let's just take a shot and see what it looks like. Oh, wrong one. Turn this off. And turn this on. All right, so here we go. At the setting that we were using before, it's at 1/4 power and boom. Now let's go back to, and this is what we got. A little bit hot. So let's bring the power down to, let's drop it at least a stop. And here's a little trick you can do in Capture One that I actually like.
There might be some lens flare.
Hang on a second. Let me check the exposure here. If we go down one stop, will that be enough? So that's about one stop drop, which we can do in Capture One to kind of get our bearings on where we want our light. And that's a little bit, that may be a little hot too. So that's about right. Okay. Go back to the original setting. Let's drop the power on the strobe by one stop. So we'll take it down to 1/8. Try it. Maybe a stop and a third. Let's try it. You ready, Amanda?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ooh, look at that. Can you see it?
Mm-hmm.
So everything's sharp, of course. Yes. And this is broad lighting. Now, what I want you to do is switch. There you go. And this would be,
Arms swapped as well, like the same pose, arms swapped.
yeah, that's fine. Yeah, ugly hand, but that's okay. Okay. Now, to get short lighting, it's almost Rembrandt itself. To get short lighting, and we're not going to do it because that means I got to move too many lights around, but it would be her, the side towards the camera would be more in shadow than the side away from camera would be short lighting. Now, I know you guys probably don't care about that. So let's get creative.
Do
Let's,
you all care?
let's get creative. All right. This is where the fun begins.
The fun, Roy, the fun.
Yes, yes.
Do you have a stool type chair?
I knew, I felt it. I felt it on the stool. Was that Roy?
No, actually, I don't. Sorry.
It was our chair.
Oh. Maybe here.
Hair needs more separation from the background.
Oh, there you go.
There you go. Okay.
Good point.
Good noticing.
But again, remember, we're playing here, so.
Don't you wish one of them was here to assist?
Huh?
It'd be nice if you had someone to assist.
Oh, absolutely. But before we do that, guys, give her a hair light or something to separate her from the background. Let's continue to play with our main light. Figure out what we want to do.
Oh my goodness.
Mm-hmm.
I know it. I remember seeing some shots like this.
I would do one main light to her left, soft box, and one hair light behind her on the opposite side, high up.
Okay. We'll give that a try in a second. Let's just see what we got right here. Let's just experiment and see what we have to work with. What we're going to. That's not a perfectly perpendicular, but let's give it a shot. This is overhead and feathered. And you can see the background is now definitely beginning to go black. So move forward, Amanda, just a touch. There you go.
More?
Yeah, that's good. It's good. All right, so I'm moving her so I don't have to move this crazy light again. Let's put her a little more under the light and let's just see what we get. Dramatic lighting. Yes, I can. I could cut her more out of the background by putting a light coming from the right, and I have a light to do that. It's what we were setting up here a minute ago. Oh gosh. Yeah, I shouldn't complain about a small studio because yeah, exactly. All right. And all right, this is in C. Channel C on that light. This is another AD600 Pro. C. Yeah, we'll leave it. So this is at 1/28th power, just about as low as the light goes. Let's just see what we get with this. I can see the light in the background just overhead. It's easy to crop that out. When you're in a small space, you don't have much choice sometimes. I learned that from Gavin Hoey in his little space he talks about. Oh. And yes, there is such a thing as cheap C-stands and knuckles, believe it or not. All right, you guys get bored with this, let me know. We'll just quit playing around. We can do some more. But this is what I enjoy doing, is getting in here and playing with the lights. All right, let's just see what we got here, just for kicks and grins. Yeah, I can't get the light any further away on that side of the studio. Sorry about that. But you can see how it begins to separate her from the background. But I don't have a completely black background. So,
Shadows are a bit too dark.
Yeah, okay. So you guys tell me what you want, and I'll tell you what, I'll go in the direction you guys want to go. But this is me.
He likes it dark.
I love dramatic. I like shadows. I like everything. And the other thing about this is I love then going to black and white with this. Matter of fact, let's just take one in black and white and just see.
Butterfly lightning.
But
Lighting.
yeah, this is no, actually it isn't. But I'll tell you what, you want Amanda, drop your chin.
My eyes.
Yeah, move your hand away from your face and just keep your head. There you go, just like that. Hold it right there. This should be getting close to butterfly. You see the shadow starting to develop under her nose? That's getting close to butterfly lighting. But I would have more light in the studio to actually do that. All right, so I can't get that light any further is the problem. Or maybe I can. Let's see. Here we go. Let's give it a try. Give it a try. Give it the old college try.
There you go.
Well, I love being a one-man show. I love it. I tell you what, professional photographers have it.
They said, take your time, Chuck. No rush here.
I think I got this out of shot. And let's do this. All right, so
maybe a smaller, less soft box. You're motivating people right now.
No.
People are feeling motivated.
Well, good. Because this is what I like to do. If I have somebody in the studio, and most people don't want to do that, sit for an hour and a half while I experiment. In all honesty, it's easy to take just correctly lit portraits. It really is. This is though where you run into those once in a blue moon lighting setups that you think, wow, that is awesome. I like that look actually.
Mm-hmm.
But as you guys can see, we have an issue. Let me turn off the lights, take another shot. Yeah, see the light as you look at the screen on the left-hand side. So I do not have a completely dark studio. So and that's because the sun is just due south of the house right now, and it comes blasting in that window that's behind the backdrop. So what can we do to change this? We can drop the ISO because we don't need it at 100 now. Let's try it 64 and almost gone. You can see that let's go up to 250th, 1/250th. And we just about got rid of that strip of light. And this is going to change our lighting settings, by the way, once we start changing things on the camera. So I'm going to go up to F9, one more, and this should be good enough. I think so. It's trying to peek in there. Let's turn the lights on. This should be underexposed on both lights now, significantly. And it is. Man, I like this overhead light, man. This Rembrandt look is really cool. Block that. See what we got. One more. All right, so we're going to have to do some posing here in a minute, Miss Amanda. All right. getting the lighting almost. Got dark eyes, and I know most people don't like that. So we're going to pick it up. I need to adjust this light just a little bit. Yep, just a little bit. Get more light in your eyes. Ugh.
Any questions coming through, Maria? No. No.
A little bit more. All right. Let's see what that does. I think it's going to put too much light on top of your head, but no. All right. Look right into the light, yeah. All right. My hand.
What should I do with my hand?
Just relax them on the arms of the chair. So right here, chin down. Chin down more. Now go back up a half. There you go. Hold that. All right. So now expression. No expression. There you go. That's it. All right. Eyes open. Looking into the camera. All right. Now the lips separated. Just there you go. Hold it right there. There you go. All right. Chin up a little. There you go. Hold it. Now.
Put one hand over the other on her knee.
Go ahead. No, hang on. The problem is now I have to capture that. All right, hold it. Now, I learned a lesson from somebody. Women should not necessarily cross their legs when they're seated. Do you know why?
Makes their top look fat.
Yes.
Body image issues, yes.
Yeah, well. All right, so now these are all dark and dreary portraits. Let's add something to the background now to pick that up.
Dark and dreary.
We will really separate you from the background. And where's one of my gels I can use? Something easy right now. Rather than taping something up or whatever. Any other time, everything would be right here in front of me, but of course, not today. Dead air, dead air. Somebody get on the microphone. Isn't that what they say in TV? Man, I've got 5,000 grids usually, or gel covers. Dun, dun, dun. All right, folks. Sorry about that. Looking for a gel. I've got something here that will work.
No straight gaps between my fingers allowed, apparently. Okay.
All right, so I have, and let's go to D. All right, so let's try this. Everybody be surprised at the photo, but so who can guess what I'm trying to do now? All right, let's try this again. Oh, maybe a bit too much. What do you think? Okay, you see that deep red color back there? It's because it's on the dark background. Let's tone it down. Another test. Maybe a little more. All right, now let's try with our hair light. Ah, interesting. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Maria goes,
All right, Amanda, let's see what we get here. Just a quick test, see what. All right, so I could move the background light a little bit. So I thought red and blue might be something, but let's go all blue.
You're like, eh.
Well, this is part of the process. So I didn't actually try any of this. Typically, if I know this is what I'm going after, the day before, I will get in here and play with the lights and get us in the ballpark. But we're starting from scratch today, and I know everybody loves that, right? Now, I have a whole pack of gels, but I'm not going in there and sort through those and just trying to use the ones I have available right at the moment. Let's try it again. You're fine, Amanda. Oh, the blue and blue.
It's interesting.
Mhm.
It's different.
Mm-hmm.
Maria says, mm-hmm.
I love blue.
I do too, Maria.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I know someone who really loves blue in this room.
Oh, there you go. All right. So,
Maria, any suggest anything? Anyone saying stuff?
No.
No.
all right. So, what do you guys want to see? This is heading in a direction I'd like to go, but I'm not going to continue to pursue it. Man, you in that black dress that time, that was
I
just,
know.
that was stellar.
I mean, I could bring a blanket. You didn't tell me to bring the one.
I know.
I could bring it next time. I still own it.
All right, so let's get rid of this chair.
Okay. Bye, chair.
Stand up for a minute.
Like low or high?
Now you're, hang on a second. I just want to see what we got. How did that get in there now?
Can we see a smaller auto box?
A smaller,
Hot box. Is that what you're saying?
let's see,
OCT.
Octobox, smaller.
Octobox. Okay.
Let's do, let's do that. I think it's what everybody probably wants to see is a standard portrait. So not my typical, but that's okay.
Who gave us the best results?
Who said that? Someone? Ray. Okay.
I'm sorry?
Blue gives best results according to Ray.
Yeah, well, I'm a fan of blue, so it's hard for me to argue with that.
Have her look over her shoulder, turn her body, and have her look at the soft box with her hands on her cheeks.
Like this? Can they see me?
Oh, I don't know.
I think they can. Like this? More?
All right, come on.
An orange gel will be interesting with her hair.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
Yes, like that.
Like this. Okay.
Turn a bit more.
Sideways? Like. Mariana commented that their thing is I know there wasn't a thing then. Oh, close.
Closed. I have to see it when he snaps it.
All right. Why in the world is it dropped on there? All right, so let's go back to let's go to the camera. Stop this for a minute. Oh. All right, so now we're at a standard portrait mode. Why does it appear to be a bit? All right, you ready?
Ready.
All right, so what I want you to do is, all right, move for a minute. I want to get you back on that.
The lean back.
Yeah, back like that, and then let's leave your hands to your side, for just a minute, so you can just, bend your knee, and let's take it like that. Then we may turn you. All right, here we go.
What face?
No smile, just blank. I'm perturbed or I'm bored. There you go. All right, let's see what we're at. Yep. Okay. So now I want you to twist at the waist. Okay. No, the other way. Don't slide your feet. Remember you got to be the contortionist here. So as you're standing like that, and you're rock back on that hip. You're solid on that hip.
Mhm.
Okay. Put your hands on your side, and then I want you to twist. There you go. Pull, but I don't want you to look like you're straining to do it. Okay. No.
What do you mean? Don't look straight.
Your left elbow out, out. There you go. And your right hand, yeah, I want you to just put it right here like this. There you go. Hold it right there. Chin up a little bit. There you go. Turn this way a little. Not tilt, just turn. You ready?
Mhm.
You sure?
We'll find out.
All right. Okay, we're almost there. All right, audience, what do you think? Let's give us a little more. A little more light. This is just test for light.
Color balance is wandering. Is it in auto?
It's wandering. I'm not seeing it here on the screen. Maybe it is, but I'm not seeing it. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, one is I'm changing the light intensity. Now we have all this underneath your chin. Sorry about the noise of the microphone there. All this under your chin. It's not in terrible shadow, but it's actually pretty soft. But that's what you get with a larger softbox. Now, somebody said go to a smaller softbox, which I can do. I can go to the 32-inch, but you're going to see the shadows increase when I do that. The larger the source, the softer the shadow areas are as well. I don't have that hard to find shadow area. But we can go to flat lighting just for kicks and grins for a minute, or flatter lighting.
Then I'll be all shadows.
Yeah, well, this would be moving towards, again, if I wanted to. Uh, there we go. Make this B. All right. Let's do that on B. Good to go. You ready? And all right. So, yeah, I like that. Now you can see that the fall off on this light is pretty heavy. Looking at her face, the hair light, like it might be just a bit too hot. I don't know. Well, it's okay right now. Nothing there. Let's look at our exposure warnings. Nothing. So we can go up on everything. All right. But that gives you such beautiful color, huh?
Mm-hmm.
You like that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So let's take A up 1/4 of a stop. Let's try this. We'll get to the posing, guys, here. Okay, so I need to get some separation between your body and your right arm. So hands are the hardest things in the world to pose.
I know.
Hardest things in the world. But for women, soft hands. Everybody says soft hands, soft hands.
What does that mean? Like,
So yeah, there you go. And that's a good technique for trying to, get the feel for what you're going to do. All right, so now you can do the soft pose. There you go. No, don't separate your fingers.
what do you mean?
You can even do this. Just, yeah. There you go. Hold that. And rather than whole body, let's pick up on that. I like that through, but you're doing this. You're giving me a knife's edge, and
Am I?
we want the back of the hand, not to see underneath it. There you go. So it may seem uncomfortable. See how my hand is? There you go. And we'll just do that for a second. Let's just get the hand the way we want it. All right. There you go. But you need a prop now, something to do, play with your hands. And that could be anything. That could even be your phone if we're doing.
Could just be the hair. Just like,
You can, yeah. You care about messing your hair up?
not really.
So we can do something a lot of fun. Get there you go. All right, but you got to bend forward at the waist a little bit. No stoop. Just there you go. Chin down, down, eyes. There you go. There you go. Nope. So we got to get an expression, hands, hair, pose,
Too much.
all in
All
one
right,
set.
I need some more direct.
Okay, so with the hair, a lot of the photographers call it the sick headache or the fun headache or the happy headache, and that's the hair. All that one on the side, and you have no, not on your face, just in your hair. There you go, something like that. Elbow back, so it's just like this. This.
I don't know. I don't do that ever.
Okay.
Like never ever do I do this pose.
It's because it's a pose, but the problem is we got to get chin down. There you go. And now it's hands down. There you go. Flip your hair back. Flip it forward. All right.
Tag. New shirt.
Now, just straighten up. There you go. Let's just do the wild hair here. All right, let's do this. Now put your hands in your hair. You don't have to do that. You can do whatever. Just, give me some sassy poses. Those.
Sassy.
Yeah. So this I like in this ballpark.
I don't even remember what I did here. Okay. I'm like, sure. That looks nice.
So just there you go. Turn your shoulders this way. There you go. There you go. And there you go. Now you're getting in the ballpark here. I don't like this exposure, but that's okay. And let me move this a bit.
Any questions, Maria? No.
Okay. Standard pose just for a portrait, but I should have you on a light background for a normal portrait. And I think that's what everybody's looking for.
School. Not seeing the images.
Oh. Actually, we can do that right here, I think. Oh. Now we got to work on this, Amanda.
We don't do this.
No, we don't. And so I know it's difficult. Let's go to portrait mode for a minute. Let's try portrait mode for a minute. Yeah, there you go. You go. Hold that. Yeah, nice pose. Turn this way a little bit more. There you go. Put this foot up a little bit more. There you go. The left foot back a little bit more. Not too much, no. And there you go. Or both feet. So you just face me. Face me. There you go. And I want you to now turn back to the, yeah. Now play with your hair. There you go. Now just go ahead and continue to muss your hair up. There you go. But don't pull it all back, you know. Keep it, you know, over your, there you go. There you go. More. Drag it around in front of your.
The gridded light needs turning up.
The what?
Gridded.
Oh, gridded light needs to be turned up. Actually, it needs to go down. It looks a little hot to me. So we'll do it both ways. I'm going to turn it down first. That is B. I think so. There you go. Keep going, girl. Yeah, that's better. But because it's going to be dark. All right, Amanda Pooh, you're doing fine, dear. You're doing fine. There you go. All right, now I just want you to turn, you pose however you like right now for a minute. There you go.
How about just regular?
Yeah.
Oh.
Remember
I don't know what my
remember
hair
the little,
looks like.
it doesn't matter. That's perfect. That's actually perfect. There you go. Yeah, these are definitely cute.
Whoop.
All right. So this, All right, guys. Put your right foot in, take your right foot out. Yep. Yep. Okay, so you guys can see that I definitely
Are
need.
we done?
Yeah.
You got ready to move?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's. Let me get the camera set up and stabilized. All right.
Oh, they see it like on an like sideways because it's portrait. Like they were just right.
No, they're seeing it right here, just like this.
Okay. I was looking at that one.
All right, folks. Let's get in here. See. What's up, Ike? Team Mid, all you guys. Yeah. All right. So I got 95 things going on here. And again, just to make an excuse, considering, let me look at something real quick, see if my, yep, it's still going. All right. Had to make sure the other camera's still going. Yeah, yeah, Roy, I like seeing somebody else changing the softbox. Yeah, the screen is definitely small. All right, so, yeah, I need to get more females in the studio and work with some posing, no doubt about that. Hey, sweetie, you want me to put?
Not bring it? The thing, the adapter again. Didn't we do this last?
No, this is fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I can do this. Let me get your photos for you here real quick. All right, folks, I'm going to talk and do this at the same time. She's going to take all of her thumbnails for her YouTube channel while I chat. Um, yeah, Roy talking about if it's in TTL. No, I shoot all lights were in manual and well, everything in manual. So, that way I can control the light. Again, I just enjoy doing really dramatic portraits, which I can't do here right now. I just got trying to keep everything else running. Whatever. Big excuse, right? Big excuse. Da, 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 da. Shadows were too dark there. Yeah. I'm just looking back here over some of the comments. Yeah, actually, I can, Roy, if I want to shoot that, if I'm shooting a more well lit with just the background, I can bounce off the ceiling, but I have a problem because it hits the walls as well on the reflection, and the walls are a pale yellow. So I'm trying to hide all that from the photo, hence having the black V flats up to kind of block that introduction of a yellow hue. Yeah, I wasn't in the comments, so I didn't get all of this. Hart Vaughan is your director. All right, let me skip down to the bottom, and while we chat, yeah, Chad, I wouldn't say great, but fun, and I'd like to actually sit down for a while. We did some great photos of her in the director's chair. This has been a while ago, and they were just fantastic. Do, do, do. I kind of like this photo, but that's just the way it goes. Out of so many shots, you're going to find one or two. Yeah, I'm not going to compete with T-Mid, Ike, and SJ Square. What they're doing. Stepdaughter, Ched. But I feel like she's my daughter, but I don't want to infringe. But yeah, she's a wonderful girl. Wonderful young lady. Wonderful, wonderful. Where's the rest of those? All right, hang on. I need to. All right, guys. No, I can do it this way. Got to steal these photos. I don't want that to happen. Not that. And back out of that. All right. Man. Through the camera, I don't think we need that right now. Let's go down here. Let's go back here. Boom. Back to the empty studio. I don't want to share right now. Sorry, guys. I got to get these photos downloaded for her. There we go. Now I can get them downloaded. All right. So this was a big experiment for me today. Just actually finding out whether I could stream and have everything going at one time. So my little laptop's done a great job because it's handled it all. It's all being run on my MacBook Pro. Come on, help me out here, screen. All right. I'm running the two cameras, actually three, the Z6 II, and the Z9, all configured into the ATEM Mini Pro, and also into the ATEM Mini Pro is the Hollyland Mars transmitter for the video feed from the Z9. I didn't know if it was going to be able to handle everything, but I'm really impressed that it did. Okay, I don't see any photos here. Sorry, guys, again. Where are the photos? Where did we... Okay. You want all of them?
Yeah.
All right.
You don't have to.
No, that's fine. I'm just trying to find the import file. Sorry again, guys, but I got to get this done for her. Let's add another dimension here. Add another application on top. All right, there we go. I'm not talking, Chuck. You're not saying anything. Everybody's wondering what's going on. Trying to do two things at once. All right. Let's see if it's going to download. No, it's not. Hey guys, again, I'm sorry, but I've got to get these things taken care of and downloaded to her drive so she can take them with her. And for whatever reason, Capture One is causing a problem. And I don't understand why. Don't understand why. Let me look at some of the comments up here, guys. Sorry. I keep saying sorry. Sorry, I keep saying sorry. All right, so I got a laundry list of lessons learned from this, but again, extremely happy that all of the components worked together today. Ha 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 ha. And come on, come on, come on. You can do it. Not seeing it. Not seeing it. All right, so let's go to almost there. Almost there. Yay. Yay. All right. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
If it doesn't work, do you want me to just like come back another time and get that?
No, I'm going to get them here, dear.
Okay, I just want to make sure because I know you're like in your show.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, they're saying people like it, Chuck. They said take your time. It's awesome that you did this during live stream. They got to be the directors with you. Positive comments. You
And
got great followers.
yeah, they're all
My
wonderful.
followers are horrible. I love them, and they're like, "Hey, do this instead." Hey.
All right. Just about got it now. Come on, baby. Tell me. And there we go. We are now. All right. All right. All right. All right. Okay. 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 I don't want that. I want this. All right. Okay, folks. We are back now. All right. All right. Hey, guys. Yeah, again. And I'll apologize at least one more time, but I needed to get these photos for her to take back. She's up in Hartford, and I'm way down at the southern end of the state. So anyway, yeah, I'm really happy with, again, all the components of cameras, being able to look through the Z9, and you guys get the bird's eye view just as you would if you were standing behind the camera. Um, as far as the lighting goes, the thumbnails are pretty easy to do, and that's just something that she needs for her YouTube page. But the other stuff is a whole lot more creative, and I'm kind of stuck between, okay, let's just do a standard portrait, and let me continue to play with the lights. Definitely need to get some more folks in here to shoot. I'll assure you the standard, my standard portrait setup's fairly simple to do, but I would like to get more people in and do more of these. I think it's a lot of fun. I don't know if you guys get a lot out of it yet, but we're going to tailor this and see if we can't make it even more informative for you guys. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm just really happy again that everything actually worked, and that's no small feat. Through the camera, the little wide angle of everything that's going on, and then being able to jump back to capture one. So, like I said earlier, I've got cables running everywhere. You can't imagine. It's a nightmare in here. But I don't know if I answered everybody's question that had questions. I didn't actually. I didn't follow a lot of the comments. Maria did a pretty good job of. I say she did a great job. I shouldn't say pretty good, of letting me know what was going on in the chat. But taking your suggestions and applying it too. I think maybe I need to do a session. Do this again. Do a session where I'm going to let you guys call the shots. You tell me what you want. We'll put it together and we'll see how it goes. I'll stay out of the creative process and let you guys decide what you want to see most. Everything from posing to lighting and camera angles, whether it's portrait or landscape, you guys can let me know. But right now, no. Yeah, again, I'm tickled that it all went off without a hitch as far as the technical side. Because I was concerned about that last night. I kept trying different combinations and cameras and worried about battery life and things like that, and trying to find some external power sources for some of the cameras or a couple of the cameras and the video transmitter and all that stuff. But thanks to you guys. I had a blast. We're going to have to figure out how we can use this best now to get something out of it, to help each other out. You see the capability as far as the cameras and everything else. You guys need to come up with some ideas that we can do right here in the studio in a live stream. Looking at the chat, my beautiful daughter over there. She's just making up lies. Don't believe her. I am not a great photographer. I'm at best an okay photographer, but I definitely have fun doing it. This is definitely my hobby. Roy, I'm really happy with the performance out of the 24-70E. It definitely hung in there. It was noisy. You could hear it rattling, racking focus to keep up with the eye autofocus, but it did. Yeah, I've got a bunch of photos that I can pull up for stuff like that too, Chad. Not the impromptu. Let's try to make this happen, at a moment's notice. But yeah, I think I will, Roy. I think I will try the 24-70S. Well, you know what, Chad? I honestly wanted to try the E lens and just see how well it would do. Again, I don't have anybody on a regular basis to be able to try these lenses out. So having Amanda down here, I now know what it's capable of, the 24 to 70. And just checking something here real quick. So I will try the 24 to 70S next time. Let me go back here. Sorry, finishing this up. I think we got it. Yep. Okay. Go back. Almost. Yes. All right. Wow. Almost 4 gig. And it took 10 seconds to copy onto her drive. I'm impressed. Man, my little MacBook Pro's hanging in there. All right, Manda Pooh. Come here. You can say goodbye to everybody.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for having us. Feel free to write comments in. Let us know what you want to see next time. All right. Thank you so much. Woohoo!
You got it.
Yay. Bye.
Thanks, Maria, for all the help.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Amanda.
Of course.
All right. So there you have it. Yes. My beautiful bride does not like to model. That's for certain. Absolutely true. All right. I don't know what else to say, guys, other than, there's a lot of news going on. Of course, I want to talk about that, but not right now. Saturday night, we'll be live again, of course. So if you guys have anything in particular that you want to talk about, or with what we have going on now here in the studio, anything that you would like to do, we can do that. I wish I could do this outside as well, but that's going to take a little more planning and a little more technical savvy on my part. Yeah, my bride does not like to model. Roy, have you tried projecting images on the background? I have the little Gobo projector for both hot lights and strobe. It'll fit one of my aperture lights, and of course it fits my strobes because I don't have the protruding bulbs on oh, shoot. Well, you know what I'm talking about. So I can use the Gobos. I saw Manny Ortiz do something a while back that I thought was really creative and interesting, and that's using a typical projector, just like something you use for your TV room or whatever, and projecting that on the background. And I guess it took him a little work to figure out how to make it work, because the problem is the lumens. It's just not bright enough that you can do a lot of movement or anything like that. But anyway, it was really cool. It was definitely cool to see that done. So I don't know which projector you're talking about, Roy, but if it's the, projecting the Gobos onto the backdrop, yeah, I have that. And this would be, one of those things that I've got a million things here, and trying to cram it all into one session is just really tough. So I really didn't have a plan today other than show you, how we could do this. for future shoots. And having Amanda here made it a little bit easier because at least I had a model, which isn't always the case. Well, it's almost never the case. But maybe we can put something together, especially for those that want to see something in particular. I'm all about, let's give it a shot. Let's try it. Yeah, the 800 is definitely going to come up Saturday night. There's already trailers out, so all the people that had the pre-production models had a chance to play with them. I guess Nikon kind of opened the NDA up a little bit and let them put out a trailer about what's coming without too many specifics. I think the one thing everybody really wants to know right up front is the cost. And then, of course, everybody's going to want to see, the performance. And I know that quite a few people have videos already queued up, ready to go whenever Nikon turns that loose. I guess they're going to announce it on the 4th. So, that's when I guess we can expect to see. There will be who knows how many videos are going to post on that day about that 800. Still, let's see. Yeah, it has slip-in filters, and that kind of scares me a little bit, Roy. It makes me feel like that's gonna push that price back up. A lot of folks are saying 6 to 6.5. Yeah. Well, Peter felt confident about dropping $6,000 on Nikon rumors. He just doesn't do that willy nilly. He's got to have a pretty good feeling that that'll be the case. But 800 millimeter in I saw a few of the images taken with that lens, and man, it's impressive. But a lot of people are going to, maybe shy away from it because it is a 6.3, aperture. So, the night, low light in buildings, stadiums and things like that where at night where lighting is going to be iffy to begin with. And, at 6.3, is it really going to is the Z9 going to be able to handle those conditions and be as responsive as it would be with a 400 2.8? I know I was talking to Nikon earlier this morning, and, that's his concern because he's going to shoot a lot of under lights and stadiums and things like that. And he's concerned that 6.3 just might be a bridge too far. So I don't know. We're going to see. We'll find out. Even with pumping up the ISO, the question is how will it do at AF under low light conditions? And we're going to find that out here on the 4th. Like I said, there'll be dozens of videos that pop on that day. If that's the day of the announcement, as soon as it's announced, Nikon cuts the cord on the NDA, the embargo, and it looks like already there, a dozen people out there that had this lens in their hand and have already made videos. So I don't know. I don't know. I initially said 8.5 for the lens. It was my feeling, but Peter came in at, said 6 for this lens, which would mean 59, 99, or 96. So I know there will be some people that are happy, but it's going to be fun to see who actually opts for that lens. So Mozman, a third of a stop to save 10K. Yeah. Yep. You and I look at it differently, Mozman. I guess if I was shooting for a living, then I guess I'm going to opt for the lens that best supports what it is I'm shooting. And if it happens to be a 2.8, then I guess that's what you go with. But I'm almost willing to take that chance at 6.3 that it will be good enough in low light for me. But it's still going to be priced out of my range with all the things that I want right now. I just can't handle it all, even if it is $6,000. The 2 to 600 everybody's waiting for. And I hope that it's a fantastic lens. I really do. Because so many people are waiting for it. Yeah, the drop-in filters. I saw that. That kind of made me step back on the pricing a little bit. All right. All right, peoples. Sorry I couldn't wow you with a whole lot of stuff today. But again, I'm really happy that, I now have a schematic for a wiring diagram to do this again, which is pretty cool. That we could do it all in one sitting. All right. So that said, I think I'm going to wrap it up because I've got a mess to clean up that I just can't leave sitting around. I can't leave it in this configuration. I got to put all this stuff back where it belongs and out of the way. But, sorry about on the lighting side. We didn't get nothing fantastic there. Although, beautiful Amanda was willing to step in and try and help us out or help me out. And it's always fun when you have a beautiful model. Yeah, it was. I've been pulling my hair out since yesterday, Vahagan, trying different configurations. If you haven't noticed, I'm just over the moon, man, about that we could pull this off because it wasn't looking that way yesterday afternoon. Yeah, a live stream of me cleaning up, no doubt about that. So yeah, I've definitely got a mess in here to clean up. But as always, you guys are great, and thanks for being kind and bearing with me on this. Obviously, it's going to be a whole lot easier in the future now that like I said, I have a kind of a schematic of how to connect and put all this together. And now that I do, we'll probably never do it again, but at least I'll be prepared for it. Albert, throwing that in there. Surprised Nikon chose to come up with the 800 before developing the 135. Yeah, I don't know, Albert. I think that they were kind of driven to get the super telephotos out, and for whatever reason, everybody believes that that's the only thing that pros use is super telephotos. And to be honest, after a conversation yesterday with somebody, pros are probably renting more super telephotos than they own. Yeah, you're going to run across some that actually own the lenses outright, but it's an absolute false idea to believe that only professionals buy these lenses. I beg to differ. I'll say that more amateurs buy the super telephotos and flagship cameras than professionals. I just almost bet you that's the case. So I don't know whether we'll see the 135 anytime soon, Albert. Of course, it's not on the lens roadmap, but as we continue to fulfill some of the grayed out lenses on the roadmap, it seems to me it's going to be time for a new lens roadmap here soon. So maybe we can expect that. For 6.5, it better be better than okay on the Z9. Yeah, that's a scary price point though, Vahagan. If they announce it at 6.5, everybody's going to say there's got to be something wrong with it. Too cheap for that lens. But again, we'll know a little bit more on announcement day when all the videos drop. Matt Irwin did a pretty neat little trailer for it. A couple of other folks actually shared some of the photos that they had taken with the lens. I don't know if they were supposed to or not, but man, I got to tell you, it looks pretty fantastic with just a couple of photos I saw. And if it's at 6, good luck getting one in the near future, because there are going to be a whole lot of people buy it. And you know what? It won't be a whole lot of professionals. Yeah, it's what Vahagan was saying. Fro did one too. I didn't see it. You're absolutely right, Miles, man. You know they will. Definitely. Especially some of the influencer, especially, you know, uh, some, not all, but some Canon fanboys are definitely going to find all they can to hate about the lens because, you know, Canon's supposed to rule the roost on glass. And I'm not saying that about all Canon shooters, not at all. And one that comes to mind who will review it himself is Simon over at Ordinary Filmmaker. He definitely is a fair and unbiased, even though he shoots Canon, unbiased reviewer of Nikon products. So, yeah, there you go. I forgot about that. That's who it was, Jeff. Yeah, Steve Perry showed a few photos. So if you guys haven't seen it, jump over there and check out Steve Perry's little intro video of the 800 mil. And I think he's chomping at the bit to talk about how good it is too. He seemed like he really wanted to get into it there. So, all right. So Saturday night, look forward to that. We'll be preparing for the announcement. What is Saturday? It's not the 4th, is it? I don't think so. Somebody's going to beat me to it before I can find my calendar. No, it is. So Friday is the 4th, isn't it? No. I'm on the wrong month. There we go. Saturday is the 2nd. So the 4th will be on Monday. So yeah, we got all kinds of things to talk about Saturday night as far as that lens goes, plus everything else that we typically get into. So maybe we'll have a couple of guests in here. We can talk a few people into jumping in here with us and discussing that. Yeah, thanks, Vahagan. Yeah, Saturday the 2nd. So Monday will be the big announcement day. Tom Mason. Yep, he did another video on it as well. And he was shooting in some low light, so that's going to be interesting. I think it's what a lot of people are going to look at. All right. Again, anybody have any last minute this or that? And if you guys don't, I'm going to shut it down, go drink me a cup of coffee first, and then pick up this mess in here. This obstacle course that I have in my small home studio. All right, guys, again, thanks a lot for being in here, being in the chat, and coming by to see what's going on. We now know that this works, this setup works, and we're going to try to have some fun with it in the near future. So those of you, if you're new and you like our format, and this isn't our typical format, by the way, but you like what we do here, please consider subscribing. And for those of you that are still in on your way out, if you haven't, I'd like you to drop a like. It just makes me feel better and know that we're doing the right thing. Other than that, I look forward to seeing everybody again Saturday night. Let's get into it Saturday night. Let's talk about new camera registry, the Z8, which I still believe is out there making its rounds already. And of course, the 800 millimeter S, the new 800 millimeter for the Z mount. That thing looks awesome to me. So a lot to chat about. Again, thanks again for showing up, guys. I'm always humbled that you do. And I hope everybody has, the rest of the week's good. Here it is, hump day. Hopefully it's downhill to the weekend, and you got some wonderful things planned for the weekend. Thanks, Moz. Yeah, Ray, thanks. And Albert, thanks. I really appreciate it, guys. All right. With that, I'm going to take off. Thanks again. See you